Hey everyone. So, unfortunately, if you think the Dozier School was Florida's only child abuse scandal, then think again. Because just 200 miles away from Dozier, another state run institution was quietly destroying young lives under the veil of rehabilitation. This one, the Florida School for Girls in Ocala, also known as the Florida Industrial School, was opened in 1917 and declared itself a school to help wayward or troubled girls through instilling hard work, discipline, and Christian values. Again, they called it a reform school, but for decades it was just a dumping ground for girls as young as 8 years old. They were locked away for things like immorality or being incorrigible. The state liked to call it moral delinquency. But what does that translate to? Maybe they got pregnant, or they ran away, or they were just sexually active. Maybe they talked back, or maybe they were poor or neglected at home. Many of the girls were never charged with crimes, yet somehow they were still institutionalized for years at a time. And what happened inside the Florida School for Girls? Well, like Dozier, there were beatings, there was solitary confinement, there was forced labor, and there were many reports of sexual abuse that just went ignored for ages, or sometimes forever. And also, there was medical neglect and abuse, and it was super common where girls were heavily over medicated with like sedatives or tranquilizers, so the staff just didn't have to deal with them at all. One survivor called it a prison, but worse, because there was no sentence and no trial. There was no help or refuge available. And again, we're talking about children, sometimes under 10 years old. And like Dozier, it left a legacy of pain. However, there's a huge difference between the two, because in recent years, we've been talking and hearing about the forgotten boys of Dozier. But what about the forgotten and abused girls of Ocala? Why haven't we heard of this? Why is nobody talking about it? I'm asking because it's clear that Florida didn't just fail its boys, but it failed its girls too. I'll be uploading my full video later this week, so if you're interested and want to hear more, please subscribe. As always, thanks for watching. I'm Caroline. This is Hidden Headlines. Bye.